So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that, might you ask? Well, shit. Let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar, but most of all, he's a man of commerce. Slip him what you should. And he'll point you in the right direction. He's gonna tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze will hit you that will chill you right to your skeletal core, and you'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And as it is every Monday on Raider Reaction, it's a little bit of Monday Night Misfit madness. My misfit that joins me every Monday is about 10 minutes out. So he will be along shortly. So I will be holding it down momentarily on the solo front. But trust me, the storm is coming down the street. It's big, it's dark, and it'll be here soon. He's rolling in like a thunderstorm. I can feel the rumble of Big L on the horizon. So he'll be along shortly. So let's get into it. Thank you for joining me as always. We appreciate any second you spent this here at Raider Reaction, but let's get right into it. Where are we at after the Week 14 loss? That's 3 in a row. We were sitting 6-4. You held the wild card in the palm of your hands. It was almost becoming an afterthought that you were going to be in the conversation for that. You were in the hunt for the AFC division crown. And then you look, just take it back. Let's just rewind a second. 6-4, coming out of week 11, and you're staring at the Jets. You're staring at the Jets. We're in the hunt now, Jack. I beg to differ. Let me break it down for you. And let me tell you how much in the hunt we really aren't. We're about this much in the hunt. About that much. We're about a centimeter in the hunt. You can't call us mathematically eliminated because technically we aren't. But let me break it down for you. You're chasing two teams right now because the Bills are running away with the first wild card. The Chiefs have already clinched your division, so that means you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. You don't get the division, so now you're looking at a wild card. And what did I just say? The Bills have took the number 1 wild card, so that means the only left is the number 2 wild card. 2 teams are ahead of you right now. One is the 8-5 Titans. The other is the 8-5 Steelers. The 8-5 Titans own a tiebreaker over you. The 8-5 Steelers don't. Those are both a 2-game lead over you with 3 games left to go. So, if either one of those teams win out, they're in. If the Titans win 2, they're in because they own the tiebreaker against us. So, that's where you're at. Now, They don't have the easiest schedules going forward, so here's where your centimeter of a chance comes in. The Steelers play the Bills, Jets, Ravens. And the Titans play the Texans, Saints, Texans. Now, if the Titans lose all 3 of those games, which is, you could make an argument for all of those games. But are they going to lose to the Texans twice over the course of those 2 games? Because they've proven to be a very tough team, and the Texans have proven to be soft when you punch them in the mouth. And the Titans have appeared to be a punch-your-mouth type of team with Derrick Henry down the stretch here. So that doesn't seem positive now, does it? Because you need them to lose 2 games, the Titans, to take them out, and that means the Raiders have to run the table. The Raiders have to run the table. Regardless of these other situations, the Raiders have to run the table. Okay? That's not a guarantee. We can't beat the Jets. We got fucking piss-pounded by the Titans. No. You've got to pull out miracles against the Lions and the Bengals to win. Come on, man. This team is average. It's proved to be an average team. They stood on the doorway of the playoffs, right there where we didn't think that they should be, and pissed down their legs. That's what happened. We got further than we should have got. We stood at the threshold of becoming something right at the doorway. And we were like, That's what happened. It's sad, man, and it's sad to watch because there was so much promise. It just took that G word, that I keep hearing everybody throwing around. That's what it took. It took a little bit of greatness. You see, that's what this team's been missing for a long time, man. Greatness at center. Everybody that says this won't work, that won't work. No, in football, it's about connections. It's about the way a coach and a quarterback and the way it all just meshes. I mean, there was a day when people thought we were insane for bringing Rich Gannon in. Failed at the Vikings, failed at the Chiefs. Why are we bringing him in? Sets the record for 300-yard games in a season, grabs an MVP, Super Bowl appearance. So, when you start to throw out scenarios of what could possibly be a better answer than number 4 under center, you don't know. Greatness in sports elevates those around you and elevates the performance of those around you. You are a leader of men. You can see it on the basketball court, the football field, the ice. You can see it in sports, just in team sports in general. A leader of men, a general out there. Somebody who can rally grown men who don't have the normal worries of average everyday people. They don't have bill collectors calling. They're not worried about their power getting turned off. They're not worrying if their kids are fed. They're not worrying about where their next meal's coming from. These guys are fucking all fat, paid, and professionals at their craft. And you have to be able to take this group of men and motivate them to a common cause and a common goal. It's more than just having a great arm. It's more than just being able to fit the ball in. It's more than just having talent, because every single quarterback that's starting for an NFL franchise right now has the T word. They've all got talent. That's all why they're there. They've all got talent. So now do you have the intangibles? It's all about that it factor. That's what everybody looks for. Does he have it? We're 6 years in, Raider Nation. We're 6 years in, and we're still asking ourselves the same questions we were asking 2 years ago about Derek Carr. The post that we put up today, I don't know how many times I've seen 2016 referenced. Do you realize at the end of this season, which is weeks away, we're about to be 4 years removed from 2016? You can't bring that up anymore. He's going to have 6 complete years and 1 winning season, possibly, if this season continues its trend. So you can't make that argument anymore. I don't even want to hear 2016 mentioned. Because now, 2016 looks like a fluke. Because that's not the norm. That's not the norm. If you go playoff, close to playoff, down season, well then, yeah, that's a fluke that you had an off season. You're a good quarterback. No. That's not what's happened. One good season, made the Pro Bowl. Then you get to go to the Pro Bowl the next year because about 2 or 3 quarterbacks in front of you weren't available. They had better shit to do, like, playing games that meant something. So you got to go to that. Then 2018, you get to go again because, again, all of the quarterbacks in front of you had something to actually do, like playing games that meant something. So, I mean, I don't want to hear the people that were throwing the Pro Bowl argument, well, he's a Pro Bowl quarterback. Pro Bowl is shit. The Pro Bowl is shit. That's a popularity contest. That's a ballot stuffing contest, like voting for fucking prom king. That means jack and shit, man. Jack and shit. A storm is upon me. I feel it coming in like a cool breeze.
Hey, bitches. How y'all doing? You goddamn right.
Big L has joined the show.
There's way too many of you motherfuckers out there crying and whining about this motherfucker. Huh?
Which one? Who's that? Who you referring to?
The one that y'all act like fucked your girl. All that goddamn crying.
Well,
the last motherfucker that would fuck your girl.
Are we talking about Derek? Mr. DC4, our quarterback? I have now dubbed him L as Captain Average.
Hey, I can't think of a better motherfucking name.
He's Captain Average. He's not a bad quarterback,
no,
but he's not a great quarterback. He's Captain Average. He's got a cape with a big A on it. Average. Is that what you want?
Well, I mean,
you can win with an average quarterback, Al. You can win with a good average, an average to above average quarterback. You can win in the NFL.
I can give you examples.
Yeah,
Brad Johnson has a fucking Super Bowl ring.
Trent Dilfer
has a Super Bowl ring.
We can keep going and going, man. I mean, Joe Namath statistically is one of the worst quarterbacks
Joe
in
Namath
history.
is in the fucking Hall of Fame. Only thing wasn't average about him was the fucking marks on his belt.
He's historically one of the worst quarterbacks. So yeah, I can name a bunch of, you know. So you can, but if you don't have greatness at quarterback, L, you have to have greatness around them. We don't have greatness around him.
I have a perfect example. But anybody know who the fuck Rick Meyer is?
Rick. Oh, sure. I remember Mr. Rick.
There's a lot of you motherfuckers don't know who Rick Meyer is.
Mr. Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
You know why you don't know who he is? Because he threw to Raghib Ismail. He threw to Tony Hunter. He handed the ball off to Ricky Waters. He handed the ball off to Jerome Bettis. He had fucking offensive linemen that were in the fucking NFL for 20 years. You don't know who he is? Because the motherfucker was just somebody, and the Seattle fucking Seahawks drafted that bitch like number 4.
Yeah, it's...
and he sucked harder than Jenna Jameson trying to get her first gig.
So, man, you had the first half.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, and it looked like everything was maybe going in the right direction. But again, you have the worst third quarter offense in the entire league, L. What does that say for the coaching staff, man? What does that say for your coaching staff? If you have the worst third quarter offense, that means your offensive adjustments at halftime are terrible. You're making all the wrong moves. Because this game, you come out, you go 7 plays punt, 3 plays punt, 3 plays punt. So, L, the arguments about the fucking defenses. Oh, but what about the defense? If your offense can stay on the field and run some clock and score some points, your defense isn't out there. That means they're not getting scored on. That's basic football, man. Come on. Come on. Quit making that argument. I'm so sick of that argument.
Look.
It goes hand in hand.
It's not all him. I will say that.
No.
It's not all Jared Carr.
It's not all any...
It's Greg Olson's fucking retarded fucking ass. It's John Gruden being loyal to these motherfuckers. Fuck Gunther. You don't have the parts to play a zone fucking defense. You don't have Burfitt and you don't have Abram.
No.
So why the fuck aren't you adjusting to the fucking people you have?
How do you... Your defense, it's 21-21, man. So you come out, you've matched everything in the first half. You've matched everything. And you've set it up so that you now have the ball after the half, exactly what you wanted. That's why you deferred. Everything worked out the way you wanted. You've split it. You started off, now you've made it a freaking 30-minute game. And your defense, dude, you come out and you don't do anything on the opening drive. Your defense gets a stop, gets you the ball back, doesn't give up any points. You don't do anything again. And then your defense gets another stop and gives you the ball back again, says, please, here, take the lead, put the pressure on the other team, just for once, please. And you don't do nothing again. And then your defense gets gashed. Your defense gets gashed.
I don't give a goddamn how many coaches he's done had.
And then now they've given you the ball back, and they're like, damn, guys, we're gassed, man. We're gassed. We need you to score.
Can we
please
get more
score.
than 3 plays?
Yes, please score. And they go out and they go 3 plays and punt again, and then they go and score again, and then the game's over. So if you're saying, oh, but what about our defense? What about our defense? You are a blind motherfucker, and you don't understand football, man. If you're throwing this on the defense and you don't understand that the fact that the offense could not sustain a drive in the second half of that game buried this fucking team, then I just don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. Maybe you need to go fucking, watch that other guy. Maybe you need to go watch his show, and he can give you a shout-outs. And not talk about real football. Because on this show, we talk about real football and reality. If you want to shout out and, I could give you a bronze medal for stopping in fucking 5th, then, come here, but...
I don't know what the fuck's going on, to tell you the goddamn truth.
It's just ridiculous,
and y'all know
man.
me, I'm a very spiritual man that doesn't cuss. But you know what, motherfuckers?
It's just words, baby.
And
it's
y'all getting on my goddamn nerves with this whining and bitching about bullshit. You
savage!
I'm telling you, y'all crying like a blind baby that smells titty milk.
It just, man. He doesn't have weapons. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that.
Name a fucking wide receiver Tom Brady has. Tell me how many goddamn coaches Tom Brady done been through.
For decades has. They rattle off the great wide receivers the Jets had. I mean, the Lions who had to come back and beat the Bengals who didn't even start Dalton, who were starting the kid that barely had any experience. And they took it to the limit.
Motherfucking Tannehill.
I asked it today, El, and people were throwing up asinine comments, and I want to do it now. But I want to do it at the beginning of the show where I still got people. Derek Carr, in almost 6 seasons, does not have a single marquee win to his name.
I saw that shit and some motherfucker said the Saints?
Said the Saints.
Week 1, you
How
illiterate
can a marquee
bitch?
win of somebody's
We
career
ain't talking about fucking croquet.
be week 1? That was a nice win. Yeah, every single quarterback that started in the NFL has a nice win somewhere on their resume because they all win at some point. Ryan Fitzpatrick has nice wins. Josh McCown has had nice wins.
That's where he got the name Fitzmagic.
Yeah, everybody, all of them that have those. But did they have that marquee win that elevated your team to that next level, that catapulted your team into the playoffs, that clinched a division, that put your team on the map? 6 years, El. He doesn't have one. Please name one. Somebody threw out, the Thursday night game against the Chiefs. A Thursday night game in the middle of the season? That's his marquee win? That didn't even lock down a lead in the AFC West. Didn't do anything. It was just a win.
Locks down a division. Locks down a playoff win. Wins a fucking title.
Wins a playoff game, man. Quit throwing what he did 3 years ago.
What the fuck did he do 3 years ago?
He
got his leg put on fucking backwards. He didn't do that by himself, but what he has done by himself was throw checkdowns a yard in front of him when he's 7 goddamn yards behind the line. Fuck out of here with that 3 years ago. 3 years ago, you was probably attractive.
He's a good quarterback, El, but I think we need to change, man. I think we need to change. This is a young team.
Tampa Bay and OT, was that a playoff game? The fuck out of here with that bullshit.
That wasn't a playoff game.
No, it wasn't. They're in different fucking conferences.
That was in like the first month of the season. That was a marquee win. I don't think you guys understand what a marquee win is. That's something they're going to hang next to your name in Canton, man.
What are they going to name next to this motherfucker in Canton? A goddamn push broom. Because he's going to be a janitor before he gets in that bitch with his name on something. The fuck?
He's turning into, man, do I dare say it? I'm going to say it. He's turning into the modern day Phillip Rivers. He's going to be your Raiders Dan Marino. He's going to have a whole bunch of stats.
I mean, he's already 4 kids in.
He's going to have a bunch of stats and nothing to go with it.
He's only 5 kids behind that motherfucker. Only thing that motherfucker shoots straight is skeet.
I mean, even Gannon. Gannon had marquee wins, man. Gannon had marquee wins as a Raider. He had the big win against the Titans. He had the playoff win where he shut out the Dolphins. I mean, he had marquee playoff wins.
Fuck naming the wins. He has one.
Yeah, and, I mean he's been to a Super Bowl. He had marquee victories as a Raider. He was the last quarterback that had any. I can't.
Jay Schrader had a marquee fucking win.
Yes. Jay Schrader took us to an AFC championship
Speaking
game.
of, that's another motherfucker that played in the Super Bowl.
Yes. That's why he came. That's why the Raiders brought him over. It's...
You know who's had marquee win? Somebody said they hadn't heard Rick Myers' name in a long time. Check this shit out. Guess who else has a marquee win?
Who?
Eric motherfucking Hipple.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't fuck with me.
Everybody's questioning Carr. I have to ask.
Gannon had brown and rice.
Are you...
I like brown rice too, motherfucker. What the fuck does that matter?
Are you questioning Gruden at all at this point?
I question his loyalty to motherfuckers as half-ass getting the job done.
Yeah, do you think there's some coaching changes that need made?
In the immortal words...
What do you think of
that Caucasian poet, the Commish? You goddamn right.
Defense. Now, let me throw out something interesting. And I think a few years out of the game, I think with the way he keeps talking, I can see the passion still in him for the silver and black. What about bringing Jack Del Rio back as possible defensive coordinator for this team? What do you think about that idea? Because I think the change needs to be on defense a little bit. I think the offense, if you put a young gun. I'm not talking about Gruden. I'm talking about his flunkies. I think we draft a quarterback this year. I really do.
There's enough of them.
I think we draft one. I think we keep Carr, and you draft a quarterback, and you bring him in, and you challenge Carr. You put him on his heels, and you make him bite at his heels all of training camp, and either Carr runs from his ass, or he drags him to the ground and fucking rips his throat out.
You talking about Buddy's son?
Rex Ryan?
The fuck out of here. No, there's too many buffets in Las Vegas. That motherfucker will be dead before kickoff.
Too many buffets and poles, man. That guy, no way. He'll never survive.
Do you know how many strippers live in Vegas? Work in Vegas? Rex Ryan? That motherfucker's gonna OD on fucking toe jam before the fucking first game. Ooh, you got pretty feet. Nasty motherfucker.
I tell you, it won't happen. Man, everybody said Gruden would never come back. The sports is full of things that wouldn't happen, but happen again, man. These guys have a clock that's ticking on them. They only got a very small window that they have an opportunity to coach in the NFL. And I'm just saying, man, there crazier things have happened out there.
I was going to say, Raider Man Galvan, if we played football like the 80s, our whole fucking defense would be suspended by week 4.
I don't. Yeah, the coordinators. I don't know, man. You got to go wide receiver. I think number 1 next year. Wide receiver and quarterback.
I was gonna say Leo Gannon was the quarterback. Fucking Joe who the fuck was the coach? Bugle? No, Bugle was actually okay. The idiot that replaced Gruden lost us the Super Bowl.
Callahan.
Yeah, Califuck.
Old Callahan. It's when you're sitting. I mean, I just it is what it is. Let's move on a little bit. There was big news today. The story broke that Foster Moreau is out for the season, so another rookie off of the stellar rookie class goes down to injury. It just seems like we really can't catch a break.
I know what it is.
Can't catch a break. Some fragile motherfuckers, man. Some of these guys, I swear to God, we just can't catch a break.
No,
so
it's not Foster's fault.
No, it's of course not.
Nancy was there. She bit his kneecap.
Oh.
Oh, by the way.
Interesting.
Chris, my man, legend. Legend, dude.
Man. If you got to check out today's morning show. If you haven't checked out the ReACTION morning show, which, by the way, goes down every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, you got to check out this morning's. It has all of the footage from Raider Chris, who was on location for ReACTION at yesterday's tailgate. I would say yesterday's game, but he didn't actually make it into the game because I believe it was a chest bump gone errand in the parking lot. Now it's all live on the morning show, and we'll go watch the full raw footage. Is also still saved live in our video tab on ReACTION. But he goes slips in a puddle, goes down, separates his kneecap.
Yeah, the kneecap was like, exit,
yes.
Stage left.
I'm going this way, legs going this way. It was one of those things. Man down. Next video, he's live on the stretcher. Next video, he's in the hospital. And, so he's on IR.
A day in the life of getting after it.
But the entire footage from start to finish is all on this morning's morning show. If you want to check it out, it is definitely worth the watch, man. It is definitely worth the watch. Just click on the video tab on Raider ReACTION.
We love you, dude, but that was epic.
That was terrible, man. It was that was hardcore. He was definitely getting after it.
Got after it.
That's damn sure, man. It was,
Oh, Nancy was there. I already gave you credit.
Oh, See,
You tackled your boo the wrong way.
You needed to be
be gentle when you were trying to part his legs.
Support.
You just snatched them motherfuckers open and ripped his knee off.
So Moreau's out, and Jacobs was out, which big factor in the game. Although I thought D-Wash did well in the first half. He basically had 50 yards on the ground, and then they completely don't even go to him in the third quarter. How do you not come out and keep feeding him the rock in the
Why
third
the fuck
quarter?
do you go to Jalen Richard in short yardage?
When DeAndre Washington was killing it in the first half, man. He had like 17 points at half on my fantasy team. I'm doing a fucking dance, and then you just come out in the third quarter and they don't even give him the ball. I was looking for reports. I thought he was hurt. I was like, what the hell's going on? Why did they bench him? He was killing it. He was a great fill-in for Jacobs. He's the bigger, beefier back.
And he was
filled
running
in,
hard as fuck.
Yeah, he filled in better for Jacobs than body type than Jalen did, and it was working. And I don't understand why you fuck with the halftime adjustments for this team are terrible.
There were none.
But
one team adjusted, one team didn't. One team scored 21 points in the second half. Well, 14 because one was a gift.
Speaking of the booing, did anybody watch the press conference after the game? Did I almost see Derek Carr get angry? Almost? Was he almost upset? Maybe? Possibly?
What?
Yeah. It looked like maybe he actually got his feathers ruffled because you booed Captain Average. Average just wasn't good enough today.
Whatever you have to do to get him to rip the tampon out of his asshole.
Captain Average can bring you from behind against average teams, against bad teams, and give you that fourth quarter ESPN highlight reel win against the Jets, against the Cardinals, against the likes of the Browns, against teams like that. That's what he does. And then we go into real games against the real top flight teams, and we get fucking stomped. And then we go in against teams we shouldn't lose to, and we get stomped. But then we'll come out a week later, and we'll have this dramatic fourth quarter win against the Lions, or the backup quarterback against the Bengals. And then we want to pat him on the back again. And I don't know what fucking show people are watching that they keep referring to on the page that, you've been for the last 3 weeks. No, I wasn't sitting here stroking him through those 3-game winning streak.
No, what he wasn't doing was being
we can't find second gear, and we kept letting these teams back in it and not asserting ourselves in the second half and making every game a cardiac fire drill.
Exactly.
But
what we weren't doing was like you motherfuckers accusing him, well, both of us, him primarily, of stroking the motherfucker. Wasn't nobody stroking that bitch. We just weren't oozing our vaginas didn't tear and start bleeding and crying and whining with our fingers all over the goddamn page. That's what we didn't do. It's like you.
I equate it to my kids walking in with bad grades.
Hey, Mama. Hi, Miss Van Castle. Hi, Leslie.
I love my kids to death, but if you keep bringing me shitty grades, there's going to be bad consequences, and I'm going to be upset with you. I'm not just going to pat you on the back and say, do better next time, buddy. I sure hope they're better next time. No, that's not how we improve things. That's not how you change habits and you break habits. That's not how it works. You now got to take things, you got to ground, you have to punish, you've got to redirect, you've got to make sure that you're breaking habits because it takes 30 days of doing something to create a habit. So now you got to break the habit that got them into doing what they've done bad. So we're right now we're in a terrible where mediocre is just okay. It's 6 years, hell. 6 years, man. We've given the guys numerous different coaches, numerous offensive coordinators. He's had different rounds of wide receivers.
And the thing is, since he got his leg put on backwards, which coincided with him getting paid, this motherfucker's whole drive and determination to do better has rewound. It's gone backwards. This motherfucker's a bitch. It's like now he's trying to preserve something, but it ain't his fucking football legacy.
No. It's the fourth we put up some pictures. Raider Ortiz had some awesome images. Thank you for that. Those were kick-ass. We put up on the page. And then I'd put some videos up there in the morning show dictating this morning what that one play it was 4th and goal. It was towards the end of the game. Yes, the game was over. But it was just the reason I love the example, even though, yes, the game was over, it was just a glimpse inside of the psyche of the type of quarterback that we have, El. The type of quarterback that you have, it's 4th and goal. It's 4th and goal. You know you are not, you can't throw the ball away. If you throw the ball away, number one, you have zero opportunity to get in a pass interference call. You're not going to get one, so you have zero chance of getting another play. None. It's now 0% chance because you threw the ball away and you made it uncatchable. So why you would ever do that? There were 2 guys rolling to the side. The guy to the front, you force the ball in there. At least you take a chance. Or you force it to the deep guy. You at least take a chance. But how you don't, at the beginning of that play, before you even start rolling to the right, how you don't take and run to the gigantic hole to the left that the cameraman was pointing at, that everybody and their mother's uncle was pointing at, saying, gee, gee. I mean, people with fucking flaggers like fucking goddamn Southwest guys out there.
And they're showing the fucking hole, but what you're not even paying attention to is Colton Miller that pushed his fucking man inside. But you're going to run the same way that your tackle pushed him?
So the reason I like this play, because like I said, it shows you the psyche of our quarterback. There is a certain quarterback that will never, in a million years, on 4th and goal, ever throw the ball away. He will always put it in there. See, there's a certain percentage of quarterbacks, and they don't even have they're not even programmed to think to throw the ball away on that. They are thinking, I've got to score here at all costs. And he just doesn't, he's not programmed that way, man. He's not programmed that way. And you can see it in that one play. That's just like it's like a fucking telescope right into the soul of our quarterback. And I was going to
say, Jerry Blackwell, some of it's him. Most of it is the dumbass play that he got sent to do, and then him being too fucking scared to turn a corner and put his fucking head down. And for the motherfucker that said he'd probably fumble,
oh man, you look.
Stop. Take that shit to your page.
There were 2 people to force that ball to, and you had a chance on both of them. You drove that into somebody's fucking gut, and you had a chance on both of those plays. You had a chance high in the back corner on the guy running across the back of the end zone, and you definitely could have scored if you ran the goddamn ball when you see the hole. To the left. It was gigantic, my God. And
at worst, your ass is gonna get pulled down.
And what was the first thing he did? What was the first thing he did, man? He was running off the field. He's bitching. He's pointing. You should have done this. You should have done that. Like, you know.
You should have had the nuts to take a hit, bitch.
If I was the wide receiver, I would have said, why didn't you throw me the motherfucking ball, you gutless son of a bitch? Why didn't you even give me a chance? You didn't even throw me the ball. Don't you come over here yelling at me, I should have done this, I should have done that. Why didn't you throw me the ball? Why didn't you give me a chance? Don't you come yelling at me, fucking prima donna motherfucker, like you're something. Throw me the ball. Don't come bitch at me about not being somewhere when it's 4th and goal. Wherever I'm at, you got to throw the ball. Know how to do your job too, pal. Know how to do your job.
And I would have fucked with him on this one. Your big brother would have threw the ball. The only reason he was, characterized the way he was because he got sacked more times in the first 2 years of his career than anybody in the history of the goddamn game. What's your fucking
sick
excuse?
of hearing the rebuild, the this, the that. I'm just sick of hearing it. We're on a 2 to 3 year plan still. Man, this plan's been going for a while, man. This plan's been going for a while. So that is what it is. That is what it is. Let's look at this game, Al. Because here's where you're at. The only chance. I broke it down for you earlier, how a centimeter of a chance that we have to make the playoffs this year. The only chance that you have is that you somehow scrape together some little bit of semblance of pride and you run the Jags, the Chargers, and the Broncos. You have to run all 3 of those games, and you have to hope for the stars to align along the way with the Steelers and the Titans, who don't have terribly favorable schedules down the last 3 weeks of the season. It's possible. It's not over yet, and I'll never count my team out until the
bitter end.
Until it's mathematically dead.
But it has to be the Titans or the Steelers.
You have such a minute. You've got such a minute chance, man. The Titans are 8-5. They have a 2-game lead with 3 games left, and you've spotted them the tiebreaker now. The Steelers don't own a tiebreaker against you, but they have a 2-game lead also.
I mean, the Texans would have to lose out because they have the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
This is why I kept saying, no, motherfuckers, we want the Colts to win that game. Because we had the tiebreaker on the Colts.
I know people don't understand. It's get it. They'll tell you, they don't get it, man. And everybody's like, "Oh, I'm a mathematician. I can tell we still." Well, that's great. And then you realize we have like 0.01 chance left.
5 minutes, no posting for that silly shit.
You're in the penalty box.
Oh, shit. Next time see something stupid, we're just not going to talk for 5 minutes.
Oh, man. So you got the Jags. The Jags this week. It's the last game. Listen, man. This is the last game in Oakland.
And that's that's the truth.
If you don't show up that game with just with some pride for your fans, man. Just with some pride for your fans. You've got to show up for this game, Al. This is the last game in the Coliseum. Everybody's going to be showing up. Everybody's going to be partying ahead of time. Everybody's going to be a great. You've got to win this one for your fans. You got to send them out.
Yeah.
So they've got to show up this week.
I agree.
Is Josh Jacobs? Because Gruden's been stealth in his interviews about the status of Jacobs. Is he done for the year?
Dude, we could be in trouble because Jacobs...
Are they going to shelf him?
Jacobs on his Twitter, dude, said he's been playing with that shoulder fucked up like that since Green Bay.
Yes. So are they ready to shelf him now that this season has gotten away from us? Because I think when you've seen what happened in the Chiefs game, you ran him out in the Chiefs game, the game went south, and at that point, did you already draw the line in the sand that said, listen, man, if we win...
Peace, Tavita.
Later, T. If...
Sorry about that.
Was it already drawn in the sand? Was this already predetermined? If you go into the Chiefs game and you come out and win, you then shelf you keep him going, you'll ride it, or you shelf him based on what happens then. Is that what happened? So basically we already said,
I think we play him this week because there's still technically a chance.
But if he's got a fractured shoulder, L, and you set him down for a fracture in his shoulder, he's a running back. Do you even take the chance? I mean, if you're going to set him down for 1 week, what's 1 week going to do for a fracture in your shoulder?
Well, it could be.
When your season's over.
Could be a hairline. And
he's already set the Raider rushing record.
For rookies.
For rookies, yes. He's the first 1,000-yard rusher we've had in goddamn forever and a day.
And legit. I just had this feeling.
What's he play for? I don't even know if I want to see him. I want to see him because he's my fantasy running back.
But I was gonna say it's his heart. You can't determine. He's gonna have to fucking decide to sit down. I wouldn't be upset with Ron Rivera coming in here as a DC.
Ooh, look. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my. It's so close, Raider Nation. My fantasy football game is going down to the wire.
What's happening with that game, dude?
It is, let's see, it's currently 10-17. The Eagles are down in Monday Night Football. I had a feeling, man. I told my son, you watch. Eli Manning comes out today. He said it was possibly going to be his last start maybe in the NFL, or at least with the Giants. And I said, you watch. He's going to win this game. And it was raining. And I come into this game with a 14-point lead in the first round of my fantasy playoffs, with only my opponent with one guy left to play, who was Miles Sanders, and I had a 14-point lead. And so far, Sanders has 7 points. And if we can maintain here, I'm moving on. And I got to play Prime in the next round.
Moving on up.
He had a first-round bye. Prime was just killing motherfuckers this season.
I think he has naked pictures of people.
I don't know what he's got. He's got something. He's got the wicked voodoo on his side. I know that. But so that game's
Probably comes from his dad's side of the family.
probably. I believe.
But
I believe. So
I'm just thinking,
where do we?
but neither running back had a bad stats.
When you look at 2019, man, what it's going to end up being in the end, is this going to be a success or a failure this season? I mean, everybody had us winning 3 or 4 games. Although I thought we were a much better team than that. I thought everybody was really counting us out. I just picked it as a 9-7 team, and I could hit that fucker right on the head, man.
And that's my thing. I mean, our frustration, I think, is based heavily in weed.
In weed?
That too.
Oh.
No. Weed makes life better.
Somebody say weed?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Wait till after the show, Marijuanovich.
No. I need to paint.
Savage. So what do you, at the end of this season, what is 2019? Do you call this a success? Is this a success, or is this a failure of a season? To me, it's when you're sitting at, man, we mapped out the season, L, and if you made it through the road stretch at the beginning of the season, you got the big win at the Bears.
That's the most frustrating fucking thing.
We
made it through the goddamn road stretch.
You had the, Leslie, how could you? Steve! How could you, Leslie? So you've done that, and how do you've set yourself... Raymond.
I can throw it that far.
Man, we're getting the whole cast of cronies out tonight.
I'm thirsty.
Shouldn't.
Fuck you all.
Don't question my game plan, damn you!
It's so frustrating, man. What's happened to this season? When you're sitting at 6-4 and you're looking at the Jets and you're looking at this showdown in the AFC West, and you're just like,
it's laughable, dude. We made it through the hardest part of our goddamn season and then shit all over our feet at home.
I don't get it, man. How do your quarterback is playing against teams that you should beat? So how do you not get up for the Jets game? How do you not get up for the Titans game? How do you?
And that's the thing. I mean, Brian Sweet, that's pretty much, yeah. I mean, Abram getting hurt.
So all 3 of those killed, Brian. All 3 of those killed. But this game, I'll take it down to this game, man. I'll take it to the second half. You come out in the second half and you get the ball first, and it's 0-0 basically, and you don't do nothing. And you give it to your defense, and your defense gives you the ball back and says, here, still 0-0. We stopped them. Go again.
Kellen Clemens, thank you, Captain fucking Obvious. That's what they were projected to do.
And
wasn't projected was for us to beat.
I picked them to win the division all the time. I picked us to take the 6th wild card spot. And it was still not... I picked us at 9-7 and get the 6th wild card spot. So it's looking like it's going to take a 10-6 to get it.
At best, we were projecting at the beginning of the season. At best, we projected us to get the 6th wild card.
Yes.
So
that would have been reaching the pinnacle.
Fucking bust.
What? The season's a bust?
No, this motherfucker just said Clellan Ferrell's a bust.
A bust.
He's having a routine rookie year. Max Crosby's having a rookie year out of his goddamn mind.
I don't.
Billy, I did too.
I think you should really. if you're calling Farrell a bust, I don't think you're really.
You don't know fucking football.
You don't know football. You know, when there's a sack, only one guy can get that on the stat line, guys.
How many times has he been there?
Yeah, he's been all over it, man. That's insanity. That
I mean, part of the reason why fucking Max Crosby's getting sacks is because the quarterback can't roll the other way, which means there's a defensive end preventing him from rolling outside.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
The fuck? He's a bust. Shut the fuck up.
He's far from a bust. I would say that Farrell has played well. Most of this defense has played.
I mean, has he
well.
had moments where he didn't, you know, he's a fucking rookie.
Our play calling is horribly boring, which is where but it fits right into what Carr does best. He throws short passes and he's accurate on short passes. That's what he does. That it fits right into what he does best. And we dink, we dunk, and we run the ball. So
And
when you're having success with that in the first half, why do you go away from that in the third quarter when you come out and D-Wash doesn't even touch the ball?
My fucking thing is, where the fuck are the fucking play action passes? And that's the thing, Jerry. The big plays are killing us because our quarterback, Burfitt, is not out there moving around. Whitehead is a good linebacker, but he's not a middle linebacker.
Big plays kill you.
And Abram would have been right where all these motherfuckers are catching the ball, in the middle of the field.
Absolutely, big plays kill you, but I want to keep that in context, and I want everybody to. I think that's the one point I want to drive home, because everybody keeps wanting to put this loss on the defense, because most people watch football like this. They only see. I see 42-21. Our defense gave up 42 points. It's our How could you blame the quarterback? The quarterback isn't on defense. He didn't allow 42 points. No, people, look. The game was 21-21 at half. We got the ball after half. Okay? It's 0-0. So we come out after the half and we go 7 plays and sputter and punt the ball. And our defense has to go on the field. What does our defense do? Our defense holds them to a 3 and out. 3 yards. They go 4 freaking yards. Okay, 4 yards. Our defense holds them and gives our team the ball back and says, "Okay, Carr, I know you fucked up and screwed up the first drive. How about you go ahead and get some points this drive? Go score and give us the lead in the second half and put the pressure on the other team for once." And what happens?
Then you know how long the next drive was?
3 plays.
42 fucking seconds.
And we went 2 yards. We went 2 yards, and we give the ball back to them. We give the ball back to them. And what happens? They score. Now they score. And we're like, the defense is like, "Okay, man, we tried. We held them 2 times. You guys couldn't score. They scored on us. Please, you got the ball back. You need to go down and score." And what do? We go 3 plays, 7 yards, and kick the ball back to them again, and then they score again. Now it's 35-21. Now we're fucked. We absolutely have to go down and score. Then we can do nothing. We have to score now. And what do? We go 3 plays and fumble the goddamn ball.
Yeah,
and
then fumbled.
Then it's over. Then it's over, because now you've already put yourself behind the 8 ball because of your ineptitude on offense, your inability to move the ball. You go 3 plays, 7 yards, 3 plays, 2 yards, 7 plays, 35 yards. And the best drive was the one you started the half with. You got worse as the third quarter went on.
And my thing is this.
It was a train wreck
Big
to watch.
fucking reason.
How do you not blame that on the offense, man?
One team adjusted, the other one didn't. Our defense was down until they had to go out on the field constantly.
Our coaching staff
in 2 minutes or less.
We're getting outcoached, man. We're getting outcoached in the halftime. In halftime, on the move coaching. It seems like Gruden's got a fairly decent plan when he's got all week to put it together. But when he's got to make adjustments on the fly, this team does not make adjustments on the fly.
And I don't think it's Gruden on game day, because he's overlooking everything.
Maybe
it's your fucking coordinators.
Maybe your coordinators aren't making the proper adjustments. I don't know, but I mean, at some point, this is all on Gruden's watch, man. He's ultimately he's the boss.
And
he's
that's why my
shit.
criticism on John Gruden is he's too loyal to these fucking coaches, because the 2 weeks that we played a man zone or a man cover 2 over the top, our defense was the best it was all season for 2 or 3 weeks. We were playing a man-zone combination, and we went back to that fucking vanilla fucking zone bullshit, and we be getting beat like we stole a big piece of chicken.
Get your hands off my chicken, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. You didn't work for this motherfucker.
Who put the chicken in the fridge?
Somebody call security.
Shake it too dope, dude. I don't even know what to say. Fuck, hold on. Before we go into anything else, make sure you follow us on Instagram, follow us on the Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Raider Reaction Webcast, which the YouTube channel is popping, man. It's getting some action over there. People have finally discovered us over there. And all of our shows are archived over there and posted, premiered live right after they're done here, so you can check them out over there. It's a little different crowd on YouTube. You know, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't. What's up with YouTubers? But it's completely different people over there. So check us out over there. Check out our website. Check out our other page, the Commish, and of course, like and follow the Raider Reaction page.
I find YouTube slimming.
Somebody call security.
Thank you for joining us. As always, man, we appreciate any second you guys spend with us here at Raider Reaction. We're all frustrated. We're all upset. Nobody likes losing 3 games in a row and seeing your season completely go down the toilet and know that you really have damn near nothing to play for anymore. It sucks, but that doesn't change or make us any more or less of a fan than the other guy.
Yeah.
Just because somebody vocalizes their displeasure more than the others.
Yeah.
So stay off your neighbor, man.
Yeah.
Be nice to your neighbor homie,
out.
your nation homies, man.
Just because
Y'all fighting. See, I go out there, I put my posts up, I drop them like bombs. I post and I walk away. I don't even usually come back to the comments. But I come back and y'all fighting amongst yourselves.
everybody ain't as
angry.
cordial as him.
Angry. Y'all some angry motherfuckers. So chill out. Just chill out.
This ain't no motherfucking therapy page.
Come back here tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. The Raider
Yes.
Nation Report, solid 60 minutes with yours truly.
Well-
And tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern for the Raider Reaction Morning Show. And check out this last morning's morning show, man. Raider Chris, you got to see the saga that was
Legend.
Raider Chris. It's gaining legend, somewhat like the Yeti, or Nessie, or the faking of the moon landing.
I'm down.
Until next time, we're out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.
Nation.